Are you drinking beer again?
No.
Okay, you're drinking apple juice.
Yeah.
How so? What else have you been doing today?
Hmm. I was painting today.
Painting what exactly?
We're gonna change the siding on the house. So I was painting, the wood.
Oh, that's cool. I've been listening to this podcast all day today, and take some notes. And I noticed that these people like didn't research at all before they talked about something. And it was frustrating until I realized that we kind of do that too.
Yeah, are you sure you're not listening to ours?
So I can no longer be mad now that I know how it feels like, because I'm always trying to Google things while I'm talking about them. Um, it's a hard job. Actually, it really isn't. But
Well, it's hard for me.
oh yeah, because you boy does all the work, so everything you hear is because of him. All those little
No, it's not
extra.
that. It's not that. I sometimes have to like raise my finger, press a button. Man, it's just so hard.
Well, I was trying to give you credit, but if you won't take it, I guess.
Well, if I can get that lucky penny from last episode, then I'll take the credit too. Mm, mm.
It sounds like
Isn't it a
what?
isn't it a special day today?
Oh, it is a special day because we have been recording this podcast for exactly 1 month. But wow, I feel like we've talked about so much stuff since then. I feel like I know you on a different level now in my whole life.
Jeez, I thought we were, family,
But
and now you just get to know me.
you know what I mean.
Um, yeah, I guess I learned a lot about you too. A lot of disturbing things.
So you're not gonna specify on what exactly was disturbing?
It's just too disturbing, man, and I just can't speak of it.
That's understandable.
I mean, like, people don't know I have to cut out so much of like the disgusting things you talk about.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Always saying the N-word and everything, man.
Oh,
Jeez.
don't even make that claim. I already told you that I would sue you for defamation of character.
Yeah, but it's okay because I cut those parts out.
I think there's a cat outside the house crying right now.
It's probably looking for a mate.
Ew. Maybe it just lost its mom.
Oh, like it's a kitten.
It sounds like it. I can hear something.
Go out there, save it.
I don't want
Fine.
to because the like two I don't know no no more like a week ago now. It was 3 in the morning. I was getting ready to go to sleep and then I hear this bang outside and it sounded like a person. It sounded like a person walking around in the backyard, moving all her stuff, and then I hear this like like this screeching and later that morning my parents said that they saw a possum early in the morning, like an hour after I had heard all that noise. So it was just a possum, like messing around with my siblings' toys and stomping around. I don't know what it was doing. It sounded like it was in pain. But
I guess that possum
I
just wanted to have some.
I actually have a recording of the possum making noise, so we can insert that right here. I'm scared to check the windows. What the? Oh my god.
Man, that's a loud possum.
It was so terrifying because I was falling asleep and then all of a sudden I just hear all this noise and I was really scared. I'm alive. I don't know where that possum went, but hopefully it's okay.
I have a remember Grandpa would catch possums.
I kind of remember that.
He had possum traps. He would tie them up.
I remember the
He'd do all this
traps,
kind of stuff. Yeah.
but I don't remember ever seeing one in the trap.
He's caught in a few. Um, one time he got one with a collar on it.
Collar?
Yeah,
Like so,
like it had a collar on.
someone was keeping it as a pet?
Probably. I mean, it had a collar on it.
So interesting.
I mean, would you want a possum for a pet?
Um, I would like a ferret as a pet.
A ferret? Why a ferret?
They're just cute, but they also like to hide your things.
What? They hide your things like what? Your wallet, your phone, your
No, my
keys?
friend, she has one, and she found all her socks under her bed that her ferret was hiding there.
They're probably making a nest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think of like so cats, dogs, fine. Hamsters, okay. Fishes, yeah, yeah, we're all good here. But hermit crabs, ferrets, and let's say spiders, snakes, those are like no way. I'm not gonna let that thing live in my house. I mean, people like have pet snakes. I mean, like usually people like kill them or like freak out. And then like people that have pet tarantulas or spiders, we usually kill them or like get them, collect them and put them
What
outside.
about what
Why do you
about
want that?
what about a gecko
I
or
mean,
a chameleon?
I guess those are fine. Kind of freaky though.
I wouldn't want to touch it.
Like you ever seen a bearded,
Oh, bearded dragon?
yeah, bearded
Those are weird
dragon?
too.
Yeah, those are weird. Wonder how it would taste though.
What about a hedgehog?
Hedgehog. I remember only seeing them at the zoo. They're kind of like wild, no? Like possums
No,
and
that's a
stuff.
porcupine. Hedgehogs are
Porcupine. What's a
hedgehogs are
hedgehog?
tiny. They're like the size of a hamster.
Oh, well, I never seen one.
Sonic the Hedgehog?
That's a cartoon
Well,
and a game.
didn't you have the game on the GameCube?
No, I had one with another hedgehog named Shadow,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I used to play Sega and I played the original um Sonic games. You ever played those like Mario games, like the classic ones?
Not really.
Not really. My mom like was all about that bass and Mario game. Um,
Are you saying that your
you
mom
ever
has
heard
a
of
big butt?
um yeah, what if I am?
And I'm the disturbing one?
Well, I mean, compare like if we were to compare what I just said and what you say that I have to cut out, then yes, you still are the disturbing one.
Anyway,
You ever heard of Prince of Persia?
kind of.
It's a game for the Xbox, the original one, and my mom was all about that. My mom likes puzzle games and stuff. We used to play Lego Star Wars together and Lego Indiana Jones on the GameCube.
Those were the days, man. Those were the days.
Those were the days when I had all those bays.
I also listened to this story today, and I'm still freaked out about it.
Story.
Um, it was a true story about this Russian man who. Stop
Whoa, that's
it!
scary.
who had a bunch of dolls in his house, and those dolls were actually mummies that he like crafted himself. And all the mummies were the remains of a bunch of little girls. But he didn't kill any of these girls. He just went to their graves because he believed that their spirits were talking to him, so he wanted to bring them back to life somehow, and that's why he made them into mummies. Um, and he went to a mental hospital like 10 years ago, and he's still there, and I don't think he's ever gonna be released, but
I mean, that is some fucked up shit right
yeah,
there.
and like the image of the dolls is like stuck in my head.
Um, I mean, like, what did it look like it was made of? Like, just toilet paper? Like, what do you use for the wrappings and stuff?
I don't know. It kind of looked like paper. 'Cause he like handcrafted the actual dolls, I think. And his parents even had some of the dolls at their place, and they were like, "Oh, we didn't think anything of it. Like we just thought it was his hobby." But
It's, mm,
but when he was younger, he ended up going to this funeral service for this little girl. And I guess in like some, I don't know if it's like certain religions, but like in some beliefs, when like someone dies young, they don't want that person to die without getting married, so they won't be alone in the afterlife. So these random people who knew the little girl made the guy kiss her dead body. So I think
okay.
that's,
Like, like to marry her
yeah.
in death? That's
Yeah,
kind of
so I
weird.
guess I feel like that's probably like what like where his obsession with death kind of like stemmed from.
He probably was like, well, I forgot the word, but it's like when people like have sex with corpses.
Yeah,
Do you know what that's called?
necrophilia.
Nec, yeah, something like that. Necrophilia. I mean, like that's
But
some. It's like pedo necrophilia ass kind of mummy
mummy.
ass looking
No,
ass.
but the thing is, like, he was a kid at this time, and he said that they forced him to do it. Um, but who
Um,
knows? He could have been like doing stuff with the dolls as well, you know?
mhm. Yeah, there's some there's grave robbing right there, man. I mean, like a little girls nonetheless. That's you ever heard of the Island of the
I
Dolls?
think. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Wasn't there a BuzzFeed Unsolved
Which is
episode on it?
yeah, there was. Um, but like he would hang up a doll because he found a girl's dead body in the canal, I think. And I don't know if she had a doll or what, but he hung it up, and then like apparently like he heard voices that told him to hang up more dolls, and then like that's why it's so full of dolls because he kept hanging them up because he heard voices. I wonder if that's like a similarity of like this guy and the Russian dude like hearing voices or claiming to hear voices and then having something to do with like little
Yeah,
girls.
well, the Russian guy, he ended
Um,
up getting diagnosed with schizophrenia, but also like, well, obviously I believe that, but I do think that like for some people there is a way where they can connect with the afterlife somehow.
you believe in mediums and
Yeah,
all
but
that?
I also think there's a bunch of people who fake it.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
But I
That's what
mean
they
that had to
say.
have like stemmed from like some truth. Everyone is lying. I do believe that there's real people out there who can connect.
Well, apparently you don't have to be a medium to connect. There's something called a
We're not
Ouija
going to
board
talk
out
about
there.
that. We're not going to talk about that.
Talking about it is not going to hurt
I
anything.
am sensitive.
You are
Oh,
sensitive. Ah, okay.
um, no, did I say this before that my friends and I, well, I didn't participate. They were the ones who were touching it, in the middle of school at lunch. Um, and also at this time, my friend, she said that like things would move in her house and stuff, so I don't know.
Hmm. Well, recently at my home, we've been experiencing some paranormal things, and there is some reason behind it, but we all think it's my great grandmother um, that's mad at my father for some stuff I don't want to get into. The evidence I have for this is that he's claimed to seen a shadow, like in the corner of his room when he woke up one night, and he thought it was me, so he called out, like, he said my name, and it didn't move or anything, and then like it just like disappeared. Like he didn't blink or anything. Like he was still staring at it, and it just disappeared. And he didn't tell us this until like a week after it happened. And another time at night, he was asleep, and our dog was in her kennel inside the house, and she started barking and like yipping, like howling and barking, just going crazy. So I ran over to his room, and then he woke up. Like as soon as I walked into the room, like he didn't hear the dog barking, and he's a light sleeper, so I don't know. Um, he also says that he's been suffering through um sleep paralysis for like a long time. So I don't know if that has to have anything to do with what's happened recently. Um, so yeah, there might be a ghost in my house as I speak in the dark right now.
I mean, how long have you lived there?
Well, all my life, basically. I I think, well, let's just say my dad's looking for something, and that's why our grandmother's spirit can't rest because what he's looking for.
That's a
That's all I'm gonna
mystery.
say.
Um, I mean, so you don't remember like things happening when you were younger, it's just only been happening now.
She, my, yeah, we think it's my grandmother's because like what my dad's doing, and it's benevolent. So, my grandmother passed away when I was 4 years old back in 2005, and it's all been peaceful. And recently, my uncle Joe, he wants he wanted to get my grandmother a tombstone, like our great grandmother. Um, and we haven't gotten her one. All she has is just like a wooden cross. And so that's like another thing that's been circulating, that's been feeding into the thing that she hasn't been resting because we haven't gotten her a gravestone. But that's just superstition right there. Um, like, do you believe like in when you drop a spoon, you're gonna get a
Oh, I've
visitor
never
and
heard
all
of
that?
that. Yeah.
Really? It's like it's like any silverware. It's like a fork, spoon, or knife. If you drop it on the floor, then someone's gonna come and visit you. And another one that's similar is if you have a black dog and it rolls around in the front yard for a little while, that means someone's
What
gonna
if
come
it's a
to visit you.
plastic spoon?
I don't think it counts. There's another thing with food. If you drop food, then that means the devil was hungry and it took the food instead of your soul. That's a silly one. Another silly one is like when it thunders. This one, my grandmother told us because we were kids. Like the reason like it's thundering is because God's moving his furniture. Oh
Shall we
yeah.
move on to a lighter topic?
Yeah, okay. What do you got?
Um, um,
Wow. This is prime
uh,
entertainment, folks.
all I'm thinking about is the SpongeBob video of him saying, "Can you shut the up?"
I'll put it in right here.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Um, why are you thinking of that?
Oh,
Because
I'm
it's
just
just
trying to
so
like
hilarious
think of something funny because I'm still freaked out.
about all this stuff.
Let's
let's
talk
talk
about
about
you and me.
um
No.
yeah, okay, let's talk about you and me.
Oh, just kidding, just kidding.
So,
Go. What were you gonna say?
okay, fine. I was gonna say, well, it's been a blast this past month recording with you, and let's hopefully continue this for another month, and after that, let's continue it for another and
Let's
another, and
see if
see
we
how
can
far
make
we
it
can
to
go
the
with
end of
this,
the
you know?
year.
End of the year, yeah, 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 like
Oh God.
2021, we can celebrate.
That doesn't even sound like that year.
Yeah,
2021.
that year, I know. Wait, wait. So here's the thing. You know, like in the 1920s, people called it the
Mm-hmm.
20s, right? So if it's 2020, can we call this the 20s?
I suppose so.
Like say it's like okay, let's jump up like way in the future, like 2040. And I'll be like, "Hey, you girl. Remember that podcast we had?" And you'd be like, "Yeah." And I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, me too." Remember when we had that like when did we start like in the 20s, right? Like would that make sense? Like can I say the 20s?
It depends. Maybe in the future it'll make sense, but right now, because yeah.
Yeah, right, not right now because we're in the 20s. Yeah.
I mean, even
But like
in,
we could
okay, like
call it the
let's say it's
20s.
2070. I'm sure we'll be alive then. And we're like, hey, the 60s. Are we gonna be talking about the 1960s or
Or the 2060s. Um, I wonder if like in the 19th century, did they like say, "Hey, remember the early 19s?" You know, like the early
or how
20s,
we say the early 2000s?
yeah, early 2000s,
You know
yeah.
what? 2000s
I don't
music
know.
is so good.
I mean, yeah, I suppose so. There's well, I got
What's
nothing.
that name of that plant? The little plant. Blue October. That just reminds me
Oh
of your
my
mom.
God. Yeah, actually, Blue October is a band
Oh,
that
for
originated in
real?
Austin, Texas. Their hit
It's
song,
Houston, Texas.
um, "Hate Me Today." Hit song, "Hate Me Today," and I'll play a clip right here.
Hate me today. Hate me tomorrow.
Is
Hey, me
one of my favorite songs ever.
tomorrow. It's a pretty emo song. I actually am,
You're
thank you.
emo.
No.
Are you?
Emo is like a
You seem like you could
lifestyle. It's
be.
a culture. It's a
It's stupid. If you're emo, type it down in the comments. Let us know if you're emo. See how many emos in the audience we have. And if you're a fan of the show, you're not stupid, you're smart. And you're so smart, you probably want to subscribe, right?
if you're smart.
Yeah, well, only
If I
smart
was a
people
smart
subscribe.
person, I would hit dislike. Uh, and I would
Uh-huh.
probably never. Actually, you know what? I'm trying to think if I was like another person. I think I would actually listen to us. Maybe not every episode, but occasionally.
Yeah, I noticed some episodes get like 2 views when they first come out, and others get like 6. And after a while, of course, to collect views. Um, right now we're at like, in total of all our videos combined, we have 349
And I
views
think
and
that's
9
what fame
subscribers.
is.
Fame? No. You're not gonna walk down the street and
Hey!
say, here are two people. No,
But
no,
they hear our
because no
voice
one
and they're
knows
like,
how
hey,
we
that's
look
you,
like. But
boy.
um, yeah, that's you, boy. That's
Actually,
you, girl.
people do
Like
know how I look like because of my green skin.
that is true. I mean, I
But,
haven't seen
since
anyone else with green
I've been
skin.
inside because, quarantine, nobody has really seen me.
It is true, but I guess you are
Yeah.
used to getting stared at, huh?
I already know what it's like to be famous.
Man, this kind of sucks. Well, I wouldn't call that fame either. It's the cool skinny girl. Ew. That's probably infamy, if anything. What was I going to say? Tacos? No, not tacos. Beer? No, not beer. Tacobeer? Maybe. It was something about not Blue October.
Another band?
Dang it, you girl! You got me on
It was about a band?
another band. How's the
Haven't
Jonas
kept
Brothers
up with them in
doing?
a while, but I actually haven't listened to their new album in a while either. But speaking of albums, I say you pick an album for me to listen to, I pick an album for you to listen to, and then we can talk about both of them. Sure.
The next episode. Um, like any
Any album,
genre
like one of
or
your
like
favorites. You don't have to decide right now, but
old ones, new ones. Like I
well,
have a
I
few
haven't
in my
decided
mind
yet,
already.
so I need to think about this very important decision, but
Do me a favor and make it
well,
something from
I was thinking
Twice.
about that, but a lot of their albums aren't like full albums, like at the most they'll have 6 songs. So,
That's fine. I can make a
yeah, like
short
pick an
album or
EP.
pick a short one. Yeah.
Okay.
I searched up Dua Lipa. I forgot that she was a singer, and I meant to listen to one of her albums because she has two out there. Um, what kind of genre is she? Like, I didn't even read up on
She's
her. I
just
was just
pop.
looking at her pretty face. Pop?
What
Oh
did you
yeah,
think
she'd be
about the
popping all right.
songs? You're
Oh, I didn't
you're
listen to
just
any of them.
looking
I was
at
just looking
her.
see what she had.
Well, her new album is
Yeah,
pretty good.
her, yeah.
No, I'm just
Pretty
saying
good.
it's
Is that the
pretty
name?
good. Um, but I'll pick a Twice
Okay.
album since you've become
Um,
such a fan. Uh, yeah.
of Chewy. That's my girl right
Um,
there. Ah.
but yeah, I guess that will be our next episode.
You ain't gotta say you love me. You ain't gotta say you love me. We gon' take it